The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
In town, everybody, the one, the only Ross Noble brings his Jibber Jabber Jamboree to His Majesty's Theatre.
always bringing.
Tickets from rossnoble.com tonight and tomorrow night. Welcome back, Ross.
It's lovely to be here. It's lovely to be heralded in by the brass there, and also by the temptation of pork. That very much it caught me by surprise.
You're
that.
welcome.
I did. Got us.
Yum.
Is that so? One of your sponsors? I'm not because I just heard the word pork and I was lost.
Yeah.
Is one of your sponsors? Is that pork? Is that the
Pork.
Pork. It's not a specific.
No,
just
pork.
Pork.
Yeah.
Pork.
Yeah. Next week we're sponsored by Fondled. It's going to be great.
I don't know where they get their money from.
Yeah,
but anyway,
pork.
we'll take it.
From Big Pork. That's where they get their number from. They get their money from Big Pork.
So give pork a try.
Get some pork on your fork, you might say.
That's not the only. That's not the only
Yes,
change
animal.
here. As you know, we are now powered by pork. This show, but but what have you noticed about the show now since you've been away?
You know what? It's incredible. I've walked in here and you're all toned.
Yeah.
You've got a tan.
Athletes.
Yeah.
I don't know how real it is.
And we've got leg squats. You didn't even said hello. You just
Yes,
walked
that's
straight
quite.
in.
What a great way
You
of
walk straight into having to do a
you were
45-second wall squat.
Yeah, squatting on the walls, and then I walked in. You went, "You've got to do this." I went, "Okay."
You didn't even get a
Now,
hello.
I'll be honest with you, it was a little bit touch and go. Not the leg strength for me, but I'll be honest with you. I put one of these, these like hydrolyte things. You know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I put one of them, and I'll be honest, it gives me a bit of gas. And when I came in and you went, "You need to assume a squatting position," I thought, "Oh, I hope there's some." If I let out a bit. In fact, when I was coming up in the lift,
Yes.
right, the lift here, there's a business next door, like a carbon neutral. Have you seen this place? There's a carbon neutral place, and I thought, "Oh, I'm about to get in the lift here with somebody else." I thought, I'll just let a little bit of gas out just before I get in the lift, just to be on the safe side.
So dangerous.
And I let a bit, and as I did it, I looked at the sign, and it said, "Turning emissions into trees." And I thought, "Oh no!"
Like, straight away in the lift?
I can't do that. Imagine that if you get in. It's a special magic lift, and you get in and you do a fart, and a bit of shrubbery comes out. I can't have that. The Sitka
It's so good for the environment.
Exactly. People just small saplings emerging from the buttocks.
So while he was doing his leg squats, we looked down. The calf muscles on Ross Noble are Shaun.
They're amazing, and he's wearing Hoka One marathon running shoes. So he's got something going on with having calves like that.
Like your calves are the size of my thigh.
Are you going to the Olympics next
What
year?
is happening here?
You know what? When I said, "Do you talk about the fitness on the radio?" and you were like, "No, we don't go on about it," and then the mics have come on, and you've gone, "What's happening here?" You look like a man who should be having a heart attack. And you look like somebody who should not be allowed to walk down the street.
Yeah, but we don't
Yeah,
want to
It's
talk
just
about
jarring. You remember the show
yet-
Super Gran? You never expected her to have so much strength, and the same as
That was
you.
filmed in my hometown.
Was it
Supergrand.
really?
It was filmed. Well, it was filmed in Tynemouth down the coast, but Supergrand was.
And Billy Connolly sang the theme.
Yeah,
I think we've got the theme in there
Billy
somewhere.
Connolly was actually
Supergran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes them look like a bunch of fairies. She's got more bottle than United. Watch out.
Look out. It's super grand. Yeah.
I stand back, Superman. I
Stand Spider-Man, Catman, and Robin too. You want to be a Robin? Be a Baracus.
I got a match for you. She makes the and then so on and so forth. Yeah. Never question me on 1980s
Children's TV.
I know. And look what kids have got now. And we had Super Gran. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was. In fact, do you remember she had that bike?
Yes.
Yeah.
She had that bike that used to fly.
Yes.
And after the series finished, I think it's still there. They hung it in a church.
Oh, in a church?
Yeah, the church became like a sort of indoor market, and Supergrand's bike was hanging from the church there.
Remember how
Is
wrong...
anyone still listening to this?
Yeah,
Is
they
even
are.
a radio
Remember how wrong TV was when we were kids? Was it Monkey Magic? Remember Monkey Magic?
Tripitaka.
But
Yes.
you
Sandy.
see, it was called Monkey.
Yes, Monkey.
Yeah.
Yes, Monkey.
But because it went Monkey Magic.
Yeah.
People go Monkey Magic.
Everyone just says Monkey Magic.
Well, they used to say all the time, Monkey would say, Pigsy, you puffed her. That was, yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
None of us blinked an eye when we were younger.
No, it's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
We're going to get Ross Noble to stick around.
Yes.
And you can call us whatever you like. You're staying till the end of the show, right? It's now a
Lovely.
hostage situation.
Yeah, I'm
We're
happy
going to make you do
yeah.
wall squats every 10 minutes.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
It's the Bank West vending machine.
Let's hear it for Bankwest, home of the good stuff.
Time to arc up our Bankwest vending machine. Our contestant is Stephen from Rivervale. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, people.
Hey, Stephen.
Stephen, do you like winning things?
I love winning
Do
things.
you? Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Do you like Ross Noble? Because he's here, sitting here right in the studio.
I love Ross. I've seen you a few times. Fantastic.
Oh, correct answer.
Fantastic.
Yeah, what's up?
You've won.
I know. Ross, why don't you make your way over to the Bankwest
can
vending
I?
machine today?
Yes.
There are 10-cent pieces, just like it just
on
cost
the top.
10 cents.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay,
Right, so-
this is exciting.
Stephen will let us know what numbers he wants us to
Yes,
press.
A, B, or C, and then number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Stephen, what's it going to be?
I'd like to go B2, please.
B2.
Ross.
Two, right, coin's going in. Yeah.
Point is in.
Right, okay, so you're going to
Yeah.
B2.
Oh,
Here it comes.
so well done. So well
It's exciting,
done.
eh, Ross? It
Brilliant.
doesn't matter how old you are. It's
Career highlight, Ross? Get in there. So what you'll find is there'll be a chocolate in there, so let him know what chocolate he's won first, and then let him know, then you can read out what he's won.
This is very
I
exciting.
know, it's very exciting stuff. What's he
Look
won?
at this. Oh,
Stephen.
he's won a Milky Way.
Oh, congratulations,
Lovely
Stephen.
there.
Do you have
Tribute-
strong feelings about the Milky Way kid?
A tribute to the
Yeah.
cosmos.
Now, Stephen, you have a choice to make right now. Would you like to just have the Milky Way, or would you also like to find what else was in your prize box?
I would love to know what's in the prize box, please.
Oh.
Okay, if we read out what's in your prize box, you sacrifice your Milky Way. Are you prepared to do that?
Ooh. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay,
Oh.
controversial.
Jeez,
Stephen.
Well,
All right.
are you sure? Because I've read what the prize is, and this is either going to be, you're either going to go, oh my God, that's the best thing ever, or you're going to go,
Wait,
oh,
what does it say? You've won half a Milky
Thanks.
Way.
Thanks to
Okay.
Bankwest, best seats.
Best seat.
There you go. You've won a Fremantle Dockers Guernsey signed by the whole team.
Stephen,
Lovely.
you're excited by that? Are you a Dockers man?
We'll get an Eagles one, so we'll have to go next to that.
Okay. All right.
I know,
Not
got
only
to.
wants it to, it has to, he says.
So not only are you a winner, but the Fremantle Dockers fans, you're winners, because check eBay later today, where you will have a chance. You will have a chance to win. This prize will be online.
Yeah, and you'll know it's Stevens because it'll be the Fremantle Dockers jersey and Milky Bar set. Milky Way set.
Congratulations, Steve. Well done. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, Sam.
It's that
Do
easy,
you reckon
everybody.
he really was happy about that?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you know
He
what?
wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't jumping for joy, was
Yeah,
he?
but you know what? If you're not a fan of the Dockers,
eBay.
Honestly,
Dude,
it's
straight out.
signed by the whole team.
Yeah,
Hotel.
or you just pop it through the wash and sell it as a clean skin.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's big. That's got to be big money for that. Hasn't
How
it?
much do you
this
reckon?
year.
How much do you
Oh, sorry. I thought it was. I thought it was the footy team. It's just a Guernsey signed by some Fremantle Dockers. Just some guys that worked out. Just worked out the war.
Which that value is higher.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Ross Noble is in the house. His show Jibber Jabber Jamboree is on tonight and tomorrow night at His Majesty's Theatre.
Jibber jabber
It
jabber.
reminds me of, I watch
RossNoble.com.
The Righteous Gemstones. You watch that?
You know what? I watched the first couple of episodes and fell behind on.
Oh, okay. Because there's the brother who is a preacher as well. He wants to start his own Bible trivia show, and it was called what's it called? Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers. Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers. Your show name.
Jibber Jabber Jamboree kind of is a good assessment of what you do when you live shows, isn't it?
Absolutely. It doesn't describe the content of the show, describes the general jibber jabbering.
Yes, the vibe.
It's at His Majesty's, which is one of the best venues ever.
Isn't
It's
it?
so beautiful.
How do you like ballets and stuff there?
Yeah, opera and everything.
If that's what you want, I'll do that.
Yeah, why not?
Go on, give us an arabesque, and I'll
Well, with those
ballet
calves,
move.
you definitely could.
Do you know ballet? What other? Do you know another ballet move? Not pirouette. What else do you know?
There's the. I think why
Plie.
Well, arabesque. Who's she?
Arabesque.
Arabesque. It's for somebody who
Emma is her sister. She's a bit lead-footed.
who's not an Arab, but just could be. Just go like, he's arabesque.
Yes, arabesque.
So I'm there. Yeah, I'm there tonight and tomorrow, and I think tonight might be sold out, but tomorrow I think there's still some tickets available. And it's an absolute doozy. It's quite a hard theatre to get at because they've always got, as you say, there's always people,
opera and things, highfalutin stuff,
playing
monocles,
playing. If you do a plie, is it playing?
I don't plie.
To play.
To play. That is what we're doing. I'm about to plie.
Playing.
Plie.
Plion.
So I'm there.
Okay, great.
Ross, with your show, you'd have a format, and you obviously.
Have you ever seen one of his shows?
A format.
It's a wild ride.
That is a starting. Do you get to the end?
Is there
and you
like
go,
a framework?
Yes, there's got to be a framework.
Is there a starting point? There's a vague end point.
Yes,
but that often I don't get to it.
Yeah, that was what I was going to get to.
And that's when everything makes sense. Right. So it builds up to it.
Yeah.
Do you often walk off and go, I didn't do anything that I thought I was going to say?
You know what? I do, at the end of the show, I always say, any questions? And people go, and people think, oh, he does that, any questions? It's a chance to, if there's anything that he hasn't shared, it's a chance for us to really drill down into who he is as a man. Who is what's the essence? It's not at all. It's because every night I walk off and think, I started talking about that, and I never got back to it. Any questions? And there's just a list of things. What happened with that thing? What about that? And then that's the joy of it. That's the fun of stand-up is
and who knows? You might go to another one of your show 2 years ago and you might finish that story. Because you've got another tangent.
That has happened.
Yeah.
Has it? Often I'll be like sometimes I'll say any questions and people will forget about a thing and I walk off and I go, oh, I never finished about that, and then nobody picked that up. And then often the next day, especially if I'm in a town for like a week or whatever, and I might just be, I'll be in the supermarket, I'll just be down there buying a few items, and somebody will come up and just go, what was the end of that story? And so people looking, is he doing a gig in the...
Well, to be honest, though, they did pay for the end of that story.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
To be fair. What about this, right? This is a thing. See if you can tell me what was going on here, right? I was in a supermarket, and I was in Adelaide, and there was a fella next to me at the checkout, right? And I looked across, and he was buying 2 items, right?
Okay.
2 items. Yeah. And I should have run after him and gone, excuse me, what are you planning tonight? Because I don't know what's going on. I look across, right? I look at his thing, and the woman goes, bleep, and then bleep, like that. And I looked down. He was buying a bunch of flowers and a cucumber. I mean, I had so many...
an advance apology, the bunch of flowers, or...
I mean,
for the cucumber.
You know, what's worse, going to meet a date or going home by yourself?
It's so many questions. So many questions.
Well, whoever is experienced that cucumber will be getting the flowers afterwards.
No, maybe he just...
Maybe before.
Making a Greek salad, but he had everything else already.
Quite possibly. Maybe he was going, I'm going on a date. Flowers or cucumber? I don't know
what's more appropriate.
Flowers are
you lead with the flowers, I would suggest.
Cucumbers are never a substitute for flowers. If a coffin pulls up at a funeral and you've got the word mum written in cucumbers, that's cheap.
No, but it's also funny. It is funny. Who knows what relationship you've got with your mother?
Yeah, that's very true. That is true.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to find out what the relationship is if you give me a bouquet of cucumbers.
She could have
just
been,
really liked cucumbers.
She could have been Miss Cucumber 1974.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
You know.
Don't ever look that up on YouTube.
God. My God.
Hey, you know what? While you're in here, I'm interested to find out your take on a story that's sweeping the nation at the moment.
All right.
The mushroom cook. The mushroom cook lady.
Allegedly.
Right. Well,
Yes.
here's the thing.
No, she cooked
No,
the mushroom.
it's an alleged crime.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, it was on. I saw it was on one of the British news channels. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like to keep on what's going on in the UK.
Yeah.
And the tagline was "Mushroom Mystery."
Yes.
That's what they call
That grabs you, doesn't it?
The Mushroom Mystery. Well, funny enough, I am across this because the mushroom, the incident,
Yes.
it happened not far from where I live.
Right, so you know...
Local news.
Yeah.
And we going,
so Lee
"Oh,
and
look."
Gather, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not far away at all. And I went, oh, aye, this is a bit of local mushroom news.
Been to the Aldi in Lee and Gather.
Have you?
That's a good day, actually.
On your way to Inverloch, is that where you were going?
I was coming back from Moe.
Oh.
What the hell were you doing in
We went to
Moe?
the Moe races.
Nobody goes to Moe, do they?
Yeah, someone told me that the Moe crayfish is actually a spring roll. That's what they
Yeah.
call it. Is
Yeah,
that right?
I mean,
Moe's the collie of Victoria.
I mean,
everybody
it's
for reference.
very. I mean, when you say Murray races, I mean that is basically you getting chased out of town. I'm guessing, and that's because you were probably wearing enclosed shoes.
I know. Who does he think he is?
It's I do like I love the mushroom mystery. I like the fact that she's there's a lot of inconsistency.
Isn't there?
There's a lot of
Because
inconsistency.
the police are saying at the bottom of everything, this could just be a very innocent thing. But I tell you what,
I know, like people have died.
every step is a misstep from her trying to act innocent because you're doing the opposite of that.
But maybe that's a double.
Maybe.
Maybe she's
So clever.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, people have so much access to true crime podcasts that you sort of, she might have a plan.
Well, you've hit the nail on the head here. That's the biggest thing about this is now people have seen, like with these true crime podcasts, it's happened with our teacher's pet.
Yes.
So like I think the brothers now being implicated. People listen to these things, they get invested in it. Everybody, the Golden State Killer, they figure everyone jumps on it. I think what's going to happen, whether this woman's guilty or not, right? I think what's going to happen is people are going to listen to this.
Yes.
They're going to hang on a second. There's a mushroom-based crime in my town.
Oh, okay.
And then it's going to be a whole. In fact, I say we start it here. We've got the equipment.
Yes.
Mushroom-based crimes.
And
We
that
just go
crime,
around from
imagine
state
that
to state,
podcast
town
line
to
at the
town.
end of every episode is a recipe. How good would that be?
A killer recipe.
Magnificent. It
A
could-
killer recipe.
Yeah, that's what we call them.
Killer recipe.
Today's killer recipe.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Mushroom
I mean, it doesn't.
mushroom-
It doesn't necessarily have to be the. Forget about your pork sponsor. You want big mushroom. Get the big mushroom.
I don't
on.
think this is doing great work for the mushroom industry, though, is it?
Yeah, but the fact that mushrooms have to.
Oh, yeah.
They've got
they
to
have
turn it around.
They've got to grow in the dark.
Yes.
So, like dark tales of mushrooms.
Yes.
Oh, what are they doing? What are they planning?
Fiendish fungi.
Yeah. it's a
This is
but
good.
because
That's
I'm sure there's not just like obviously this is a poisoning crime involving the mushrooms.
Allegedly.
What?
Allegedly. We have to say that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We've done
Sorry.
legal
Yes.
training.
I said crime, didn't I? Yes, sorry.
Alleged crime.
Sorry. Incident. Sorry.
Well done, saved it.
This
Completely
is,
saved it.
but hang on.
Like, remember that incident where that guy fell on my knife repeatedly? What is it?
No, but hang on. If the police are investigating,
Yeah.
are they investigating?
They're
to see if
investigating.
there's
There's been no charges. There's a lot of
Yes.
information going around. They're saying that every time she surrenders a statement or whatever, everything comes out of her mouth or she does is not helpful. They're saying,
they have.
They're saying it's muddying it. It's confusing it and all that sort of stuff.
The
So
police are actually saying, please stop talking. This is just paperwork for us. But there's got to be other crimes involving mushrooms.
don't you think?
You see what I mean?
There'd
Not that
have
that's
to.
a crime.
No,
it's an incident.
no,
There must
an
be other incidents
mushroom-based incidents.
of people dying, like mushrooms falling on them.
do you think?
Slipping on a toadstool and whacking your head.
Unless you're a Smurf, I don't think you're going to be in danger of...
All right, I'm suggesting a large amount of mushrooms.
Okay, right.
Mushroom.
So not one giant mushroom.
Not one
many button
champignon.
mushrooms.
Well, I've been hit with a hell of a lot of pillows. That's not to do anything to me.
Like a
How
ton of
hard are the
feathers,
mushrooms
it's still
you
a
have
ton.
experience with?
I mean, look, there's certain mushrooms that cause a hallucinogenic effect. There's got to be some there's got to be some kind of incident involving somebody who had eaten the wrong sort of mushroom, thought something was happening, it wasn't happening.
Yep.
Make sure you tune in to our mushroom-based podcast. It will be happening.
See?
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
If you think to yourself, every type of podcast has been done.
Yes.
No, my friends, there's always new ones you can do.
Somebody's just started it now.
I
'cause they're
know, this is
listening
the
and
thing.
they've
We
just got
openly
on.
talk about our ideas
Yes.
on here and then also follow it through with no follow-up.
Yeah.
No follow-up.
So we give some amazing ideas out there and then, like, you know...
Can I just say, if somebody is listening right now and decides to do a podcast which is purely about mushroom-based crimes, death, incidents...
Will you be their first guest?
I will not only be their first guest, but I will happily endorse it. I will.
We'll get Big Pork to sponsor it.
If you can get to 10 episodes of a podcast where it's all based on mushroom-based incidents,
Yes.
then I will.
So it doesn't have to be murder, I guess. Somebody could have started a fire with his mushrooms.
I mean,
All right, so all right, here it is. Everyone listening, if you think that you can do a podcast, because everyone thinks that they can do radio.
People have to download it. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just,
No,
you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You have to get more than
gotta
10
be
listeners.
legit.
More than
Okay, you
10
need 10
eps and
people
more
to
than 10
download
listeners.
it. We want 10 episodes. The episodes will go no less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the sweet spot. All right,
Yes.
sweet. No, this is great.
Oh, well, the challenge is there if people
Yeah.
are willing.
And I
Then
will come
Ross
on
Noble
as a guest.
We'll ignore it,
As
but
a
Ross Noble will
guest?
come on your show.
It's Nathan and Sean's
Having the guys at your school might be safe, but enrolling the kids at State Swim will make them stronger and safer swimmers. Just in time for summer, head to stateswim.com.au.
Oh, yes, we're well into book week season now across the schools of Perth, and we can't wait to be a part of it.
In fact, we're going to broadcast live from one lucky school in Perth next week.
Plus, we'll bring something that they all want, and that is a $5,000 donation for that school.
Now, you better hurry up because you've got just this weekend left to register your school.
Yep.
Do that via the Nova Play. It has to be the teacher or the principal registering, though. So if they haven't done it yet, nag them.
Now, we are going to get dressed up. Our costumes
Yes.
arrived yesterday. We won't say what they are yet.
I have some crafting to do with
You
mine.
have some crafting.
Yes, I'll be doing that across the weekend.
Sean's has in big letters across it, flammable.
You said I'll be nice and warm, so
You're
that'll
going to
be...
be very,
you
you're
are
gonna
gonna
be
be
very
warm.
nice
That's
and
cool.
warm.
That's cool.
All right, we are going to be announcing on Monday morning which school we'll be broadcasting from for their book week, which we're taking over because we're going to call it our book week.
So if you haven't registered yet, do it before the weekend ends, or we won't be coming to your school.
Yeah. We're done.
Your kids get involved in book week over the years?
Yes, they do. One of the great things about when we moved back from the UK and we moved back to Australia, one of my joys, one of my favourite things during book week is watching all the Australian kids wearing very thick, heavy Hogwarts outfits, you know, like the long robes in the baking.
And it's so hot.
And just the sweat. They got the scarves on and everything.
Their lightning bolt, the tattoos, like their scarves
dripping
dripping
down
down
their
their face.
Yeah, looks like cross. Are you Harry Potter or Rudy Giuliani?
Oh, Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's written a book
I
as
love
well,
it.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
And then, I think my youngest daughter gets a little bit annoyed with me because she's like, oh, it's book week, and I make suggestions, and she doesn't.
So what has she gone as? Give me
Well,
some
I
of the
said
hits.
she should have gone as one of the crazy mutant animals from the island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, she wasn't into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tend to go with the Harry Potter stuff, and then
Is it bad if a child goes as a handmaiden from The Handmaid's Tale?
that would be amazing?
Wouldn't it be so? There's a whole class of those little maroon hooded, white bonneted.
That would be incredible. Or one of the commanders.
Yes.
Like just turn up in like
that's slightly more disturbing.
Or a whole year 3 class is Squid Games. It's just some things that they can't.
In fact, there's the Meg. You know,
yes, the Meg, the shark.
Jason Statham. Statham. That I was watching it. I went, it's based on a novel.
That was a novel.
That was a book?
Yeah, it was a
The
book.
Meg.
Yeah, I say novel. It was in the new one, the Meg 2.
Yeah.
Right? Now, unless this is just Ben Wheatley directed, so I don't know if it's just a joke, but at the end it says based on the book The Trench. That was the Meg 2.
Wow.
It's based on a book. So strictly speaking, you could go as Jason Statham.
Oh my God.
I like Jason Statham. Have you seen them? I haven't seen the Meg because I think it looks stupid.
Right. Not only have I seen the Meg, I've seen the Meg 2 in the cinema last week.
What?
Okay, give us a quick review.
Well, I mean, who am I to say it that it is the Citizen Kane of jet skiing out of a shark's mouth movie?
Am I right to say, because I've not watched them either, but I've heard that in the Meg, they think, oh my God, there's this mega shark. Right. It's a mega shark, right?
No, hang on.
A Meg.
It's a megalodon.
Megalodon, yeah.
So, thank you, Jason.
And they're all freaking out about this shark, but they don't realise the big shark they've been looking at, that's not the big shark. There was a bigger shark. Is that right?
Spoiler alert.
There was a bigger shark.
That's not a shark.
That wasn't. This is a shark. So everyone's going, oh my God, this big shark. Everyone's like, no, that's the
you ain't
baby.
seen
And you
nothing
get
yet.
past the fact that they're stupidly big sharks.
It's a megalodon. It's not a shark. It's a megalodon. That's shark music.
Ross Noble's show, Jibber Jabber Jamboree.
You sound exactly like him.
With or without.
It's a Meg.
Tonight and tomorrow night, His Majesty's Theatre, la-di-da, tickets from rossnoble.com. It's always a pleasure, Ross.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much for
No
coming
worries.
in.
Thank you.
And we'd like to thank you as well from Big Pork.
Yeah.
I'm always happy to receive anything from Big Paul.
From one Ross to another. Hello, Ross.
Hello, Nathan and Sean. Hey, Ross Noble. I'm looking up the Trench book from 1999, a sequel to Meg. It's a novel of deep terror. And the second book in the Meg. So, yeah.
Is that about...
Who wrote it?
Written by Steve Alton.
Would Steve Alton, from your knowledge of the world of film and stuff, be making much money from the adaptation of his book into the Meg 2?
I think the Meg 2 he would be making some decent money.
Yeah.
I think the Meg would have. I'm not sure if he sold the rights. He'd probably make a few quid. But once the Meg was such a popular hit, it's all funded by Chinese money. You see, let's not get into that now.
The deep rabbit hole.
The Meg's got.
That comes from that's big sweet and sour pork.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.